Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Number 35, People versus Artist Jones, 23489 FH.
Lou Danner for the people.
Zachary Ward on behalf of Mr. Jones.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jones.
Good afternoon, Ms. Slay, Your Honor.
Hello. How are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, this was adjourned for further investigation into a video. At this time, we don't believe that video exists. However, Mr. Jones did indicate that there's some potential witnesses out there that he'd like us to interview.
Okay.
So I'd like to have an investigator look into that. And I would also like to address bond, Your Honor. Mr. Jones is presently in custody and has been in custody for 118 days on a $15,000 bond. It has significant health problems, including arthritis, which he believes that his treatment in the jail is not effectively helping manage. So he's very interested in getting out. He does have support in the community, Your Honor. She had to leave, but there was a person in the back, Your Honor, who was working with Mr. Jones. Her name is Cynthia Price. She has worked with Mr. Jones in the past at the Purple House, and while doesn't have any housing currently lined up, she has some prospects and has an apartment application filled out for him too as well. So he has support in the community, ties to it with the housing, and for that reason.
Where would he go if he was released now?
She believes she could set him up temporarily at the Delanish Center till more stable housing is located.
Mr. Danner Esteban.
The people would object to that in this case, Your Honor. Not only is this a domestic violence third, as the court can see, really what this actually amounts to is a robbery. It's an unarmed robbery because he beat her and then stole her property. It's just the fact that for some reason it's charged independently adverse altogether. But he beat this woman, stole her property, is on the DV third, and the problem with this even more so, Your Honor, is that he made multiple threats to kill this woman, saying he should have killed her. She believed that his intentions were to kill her, and that if he is allowed to get out, he will follow up on that threat to kill her, because he didn't mind saying it so other people could hear it. So the fact is that the police believe this would be a dangerous situation based on the threats that he was making, Your Honor. And it's clear that in looking at the, one, the beating, two, the fact that this occurred in front of other individuals, his multitudes of dismissed domestic violence convictions, as well as domestic violence convictions, Your Honor, based on, say, he has an average of roughly every 2.5 years, he commits another felony or a domestic violence. And it basically has been a routine pattern that you can take back all the way to, let's see here, 87. So basically since 87, he has been committing crimes, and from 87 till now. And that's what this individual has done, Your Honor. So his prior criminal history showing that he is engaged in multitudes of violent offenses. He's been convicted of several felony offenses. He's been convicted of multiple DVs, Your Honor. And in this case, given the facts of the case, and given that there's no actual articulable reason for him to be out beyond for him to be at the Delana Center, which is actually not a place for him to stay. We don't even know if he will be allowed to stay there overnight at all. So all it's going to actually lead to is him going directly back to this last known residence, which will be the victim's house. So he's going to show up there, Your Honor. So to let him out is basically to give him carte blanche to attack her again.
Your Honor, may I say something, please?
Mr. Jones, let me just respond. I think I know what you're going to say.
Okay.
It's probably better not to speak at all. Your Honor, I don't know if I have the same criminal history that Mr. Danner has.
I have 15 prior
but I have the last conviction dated 2010, Your Honor. I mean, obviously my file could be incorrect, but Mr. Jones believes he's a changed man. He's entitled to the presumption of innocence in this case. I think there's bond conditions that the court could have fixed to assure and not to return to Ypsilanti. He is, he does have he needs help walking, getting around, so I don't think he's a flight risk. So.
Your Honor, the defendant got around enough, one of his last was in 2013, but the defendant got around good enough to beat this woman, steal her car, and then steal something else from her. And then after that, Your Honor, made threats to kill her. So he was able to be functioning enough to do all that, Your Honor. So now all of a sudden his health done turned for the worse. Now he wants to get out. Your Honor, he's going to assault this woman.
Your Honor, please, Your Honor, please, may I speak? Please.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to let you talk to Mr. Ward for a second. He is your attorney. So, Mr. Ward.
Mr. Jones, I don't think you should speak right now. Do not.
Because he's lying, though, Mr. Ward, and I would like to tell him. And my family already talked to the girl, talking to her, and
Your Honor, I'm asking that his bond get raised to $100,000 cash.
Mr. Jones, you need to stop talking.
Yes,
Your Honor, I'm asking that his bond get raised to $100,000 cash. He just admitted to having other people contact the victim, which means complete witness tampering.
She went to them.
Mr. Jones, please stop talking. Mr. Jones.
He just lied. He just slandered me, Your Honor. The prosecutor just slandered me because my mother them will verify and you can listen to the court to the phone messages here. I have not talked to her and my family have not talked to her. He just slandered me, telling a lie that I have not, nobody have talked to her but through my mama. She talked to my mama because of her boys. And when the boys want to talk to me or
Mr. Jones, I really think
Mr. Jones, you're not doing yourself any favors right now. What you just opened the door for is additional investigation into witness intimidation. So I'm not going to change your bond right now. Mr. Ward, if you get additional information as to housing where he could be home confined with a GPS to a location that I know that could be monitored by the Judicial Service Group or Community Corrections, we can't monitor him without some place for home confinement. And so I'm unwilling to make any bond modifications at this time, but I'll allow you to bring that back up. Looking at the form from the Community Corrections also noted he had multiple failures to appear in the past, that there were multiple threats to kill the victim, and in front of the police also threats to beat the victim for what he said was lying to the police. I'm using that all into consideration under 6106 to maintain the bond right now. I'll leave both parties to their presumed investigation. What date, Mr. Ward, do you want to put this out so you can interview the witness?
Maybe 30 days, Your Honor.
Do the 16th.
My mother can be up there to the my mother can be up there to the up there to see both of them, and I can call my mama.
Mr. Jones, we're gonna let you talk to your attorney, Mr. Ward. You're walking into something you don't want to step into, sir.
He's not doing anything. I'm a paralegal. I can talk for myself. I would rather do my own bidding for myself. I am a paralegal. By law, I'm allowed to represent myself, because if you listen to what the prosecutor is saying, he going way back. I have an AC joint separation in my right shoulder, and I have no cartilage in my right knee. And he talking about I can do this, that, and the other. I was upset and I was drunk that Friday to help myself.
Mr. Jones, please stop talking.
We're done.
Please.
Correctional officer, whoever is working
Please.
at, I'm sorry, I can't see who you are. Mr. Jones is done for the day
Wow.
before he admits to his entire offense. He's making the prosecution's case for him. That's not happening today.